What is going on, everybody? It's Brian from Brian Loves Bonsai, and today I have a styling and repotting video for you today. Starts off as a structural styling, and then I finish up with the repot as I felt like the tree was ready for both moves. And so right now I'm going to start off with the full structural styling. I didn't want to do any wiring on this tree today. I wanted to basically do a styling via pruning video demonstration. And this is a Jabuticaba. It's a Brazilian grape tree. It's a pretty awesome species. It has peeling bark, has flowers and fruits that grow on the trunk rather than on the branches. And so what I'm aiming for with this tree is really kind of like an up and out tall tree. You can see where I'm going. I really want the first two branches to be the ones that are the thicker, going up and out, and then I am working towards moving the tree and creating that scale from that point forward. So these are fundamentals that can be really applied to any type of tree. This tree was grown at a bonsai nursery, and so it does have some natural development towards becoming a bonsai, but these fundamentals can be applied to anything, even something grown from a nursery that's not necessarily intended for bonsai. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking big structural pieces off that are conflicting with my design, which again, I'm shooting for kind of an up and out flow to the tree. One of the big things that we don't want is crisscrossing branches, and so I'm trying to go through and select branches that are crossing back towards the trunk. Selecting big structural pieces that are going straight up or straight down, and then stuff that might not necessarily have the movement that I want it to. There's a couple of branches that I do leave on with the intent to wire them going forward, but like I said, I'm not shooting for wiring in this video and just want to have an outcome done completely through pruning. And so you can see just in these first few couple of minutes, we already have a significantly different tree than what we started with. Removing the lower branches made the tree a lot taller. And I think that having these two thicker branches be the first and second branch going off to the right and off to the left provide a much more cohesive canopy going forward. I am chopping off this back branch that was thicker than my current apex, and that's the reason why I did that. And I actually go through at the end of this video and chop off the piece all the way to the trunk line, because you can kind of see it poking out of the back right there, creating a sense of inverse taper, which is not really there, it's just sticking out of the back. So I end up removing it all the way at the end of the video. And you can see just by looking at the tree from this view that the lower portion of the canopy has a lot of development, and a lot of my forward focus and development is going to be on developing the upper canopy of the tree. You can see when I turn the tree from side to side that the branches are still extending pretty far back towards the back of the tree. This definitely got very leggy, growing kind of condensed in the potting medium that it's in right now. It is a very nice and shallow root base, which is why I decided to go through and go with the repotting process. It wasn't something that I needed to be very aggressive about, and I was still able to get it into some better soil with a little tiny bit of raking without having to disturb too much to kind of get the tree advancing forward. And so entering the repotting phase of this video, my goal is really just to get the tree to fit into the pot. I'm going to disturb the roots as little as possible while getting the root base to fit entirely into the pot. I do have a nice big shallow rectangle for the tree to go into. So I'm just going to go through and finish the repotting process. Again, just using my root hook to get the roots going out radially in all directions. I go through the top portion of the soil right there and kind of just scrape it outwards radially again towards every direction to kind of loosen up that topsoil. I don't want to completely disturb it. I don't want these roots to be completely bare rooted or anything like that. I'm not even going to really come close. As you can see, this is pretty much all I'm going to do in regards to removing soil, and then I go through and use my standard mix. I'll throw on some music so you can see me wrap up the repotting process, and then I show the tree in 360 degrees. I hope you enjoyed this styling and repotting video. Feel free to leave any comments or feedback. Let me know what you think of the tree and the video. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.